All right, hey, welcome gentlemen. Hey, we're gonna talk about a concept that I mentioned in my book, Metaphor. And today's concept is your hesitation equals her reservation. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, it means that if you're putting off that not so sure vibe, she's gonna sense it. That's a woman's intuition. They're real good at it. So most likely, if you put off that vibe, you're both gonna feel it and you're probably gonna feel awkward and so is she. So it's not a good place to start. Remember, you have one chance to make a powerful first impression, so go for it. Because even if you're met with a less than optimistic response, you're going to win in other ways. Remember, we have the option of learning in every moment. And of course, it takes courage to go for what you want, but this is what separates the men from the boys. So no matter what move you're making, when you go for it, you're strengthening your neurosynapses to move forward and face uncertainty. And this is a good thing, especially when it becomes mainstreamed in your behaviors. This trait characteristic of going for it is one that many women find appealing. You don't even got to believe me. Listen to this.
If a guy were to come up to me and seem hesitant, I would find it unattractive. It would show me that he's insecure and doesn't really know what he wants. And for me as a woman, I want a man that's confident and knows what he wants. It gives me a feeling of security. So if I feel like I have to wear the pants and like have the balls, it's just not as attractive for me.
Okay, guys that hesitate, no bueno. No bueno, no bueno. If you like a girl, you gotta come 90-10. And what I mean by 90-10 is 90% lean in, 10% if she comes back, then she wants it. Don't go 110. Don't be pervy, don't be weird. You gotta go 90.
So if a guy does hesitate, what does it tell you?
He's a pussy. And maybe he should, if a guy likes a girl, then he should make the effort. But if you'll know if a girl likes you. She'll give you hints.
Guys that hesitate maybe aren't sure of what they want. I'm sure of what I want. Maybe we're both thinking the same thing. You gotta try it. What are you gonna lose? What are you really gonna fucking lose if you don't try? Maybe I want the same thing that they want.
That's always a good thing, right?
Definitely.
Exactly. they just have to be honest, you know? I like to be honest with people. Like, I don't care what they think. So just tell me, you know? Tell me what you want, just like that. So easy.
It's pretty interesting, isn't it? Now, the next positive attribute, if you're focused on learning and improving yourself, is know the territory in which you're exploring. So let's just say you approach women over and over and you're hearing the same negative response. Well, if you're one of the smart men who adapt, you're going to begin to inoculate against that response. For example, she says, "You're nice and all, but maybe you're just a little too old for me." Well, instead of putting your tail between your legs and running away and giving up, you can have a built-in response mechanism pre-programmed where you answer with something like this. So she says, "You're too old." You just say, "Hey, you know, this isn't even a question of age. It's a question of whether or not you're even mature enough to become involved with me." Thanks, Keys Noble. That's a dating coach, and I learned that from her. So remember, an old dog can still learn new tricks. And when you say this statement communicates powerfully that there's a lot more going on to you than she may have originally given you credit for. And that could reboot the conversation in a positive way. Women want a man who has confidence and competence in his actions. When you have hesitation, that reeks of uncertainty and lack of confidence. So if you're second guessing yourself and she sees that, she's going to second guess you as well. And if that happens, well, you're already behind the 8 ball. Listen, it's been said, on the plains of hesitation reside the bones of countless millions who at the dawn of decision sat down to wait and waiting died. Confidence is what we get when we take fear, face it, erase it, and replace it. And if those quotes didn't hit home, I'm going to simplify it by saying, he who hesitates masturbates. So I hope you enjoyed this hip tip, and if you liked it, please subscribe or hit the like button down below. And until next time, remember to double your fun, double your pleasure. Hypnotica